All right, what's up, Math 8? This is the beginning of our arcs and sectors chapters, I guess sections, and we are going to split this into two different videos. Okay, so we'll watch, or I guess you'll watch this one today, and the next one tomorrow. It will be for you. So, yeah, so we'll go ahead and just get ready for that. So we'll just dive into it. Today we are just going to be working on arc length. Okay, we are not going to be worried about the areas of sectors just yet. All right, so what we need to know for arc length is that our arc length equals m over 360 times c. Okay, now what do those letters mean, right? Well, for our arc length in this, I'm going to go ahead and write it out to the side just so you see it not only once but twice. We have arc length, okay, that's going to be m over 360 times c. All right, in this, m is going to be our measure. All right, and that's going to be in degrees. Okay, so if we were to pull out a protractor, it would be the measure of that angle on our protractor. All right, and then C stands for circumference. Okay, so in order to do this, we would need to know what the circumference of the circle is. All right, so we have here the steps for finding our arc length. Okay, that's here on the left side. All right, and you have it written on your notes sheet if you are in person learning. If not, sorry, you just have it right here. But if you would like to write it out, or if you need to write it out because you don't have the notes sheet, I will go ahead and write it out with you as well. So let's just get going through it. And I'm going to do a circle right over here, and we're just going to go through it together. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started on this circle right here, which I drew. Okay, and just for reference, I'm going to have this formula written right here for us to look at while we work. Okay, so our first step is going to be first step 1. We are going to want to find the circumference. All right. Sorry, that was not great handwriting. Let me rewrite that at the end there. Okay. Now, to find the circumference, you are going to use one of two equations. Okay. Circumference can either be 2 pi r, or you can use circumference equals pi, can be pi times the diameter. All right, now this is going to depend on which of the two that they give you, which one you're going to want to use. All right, so for this one, I gave us the radius, so we're probably going to want to use this equation. All right, after we finish step 1, we are then going to move on to step 2, which is just, don't know why that happened. Step 2 is just going to be to plug in the angle measure, so m, and plug in our circumference, which is going to be c. Okay, now for this one, as you can see, we already have our angle measure. It's 90 degrees. That may or may not be the case. So sometimes you might have to use a protractor just to find the angle measures. Typically for this class, we will have the angle measure given to us, but just be aware that it is possible that we will not be given the angle measure for every problem. So just be ready to deal with that if you need to measure with a protractor. All right, so let's go ahead and go through the steps on this circle. It's only 2 steps. Well, I guess the third step, there would be a third step, and that is just to simplify. All right, but other than that, not really too much to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on this from here. So first off, we've got our equation right here, and then we need to find our circumference. Like I said earlier, we're probably going to want to use this equation. The circumference equals 2 pi r. So I've got c equals 2 pi r. All right, and then I need to plug in r, which is going to be our radius, which we are given is 6. So we have 2 times pi times 6. I'm going to simplify that to 2 times 6 times pi, which would be 12 times pi. All right, all I did was multiply the 2 and the 6. Okay, and then from there, I can go ahead and put that into my calculator. Note, we're going to go ahead and put these in as 3.14. So I'm just going to write here pi is 3.14 for this class. That won't always be the case, but for this class, that's what we're going to be using. Okay, so if I grab a calculator, I can do that real quick, and I'm going to see that 12 times pi is, hold on, let me pull that up. We got 12 times 3.14 equals 37.68. Okay, so that's going to be our circumference for this example. All right, now I can plug in both m and c for our equation, which again, our expression, which is m over 360 times c. All right, and I'm going to plug that in here. M is our angle measure, which is 90. 360 stays the same. And we're going to multiply that by whatever we got for our circumference, which was 37.68. All right. And then I'm just going to simplify from here. Now I know 90 divided by 360 is just 1/4. And then I'm going to do that. And this one I'm definitely going to be doing in my calculator. All right. So the arc length is going to be whatever I get for that. So I'm going to type that in real quick. I've got 1/4 or 0.25 times 37.68. And that gives us 9.42. All right, don't forget to add your units, which I believe I put was inches for this one. All right, so our arc length for this problem would be 9.42 inches. All right, and that is it for solving these arc length problems. All right, so what I want you to do is go ahead and sorry, didn't mean to go there. I want you to go ahead and do this example 1, problem A. All right. And then we will go ahead and after that just move on, and that will actually be the end of the video. So once you've done that, you are good to go on this video, and then yeah, that'll be it. So I will see you guys in class.